And what you're going to have to do is open up your mini-map and figure out a spot on this map where you want to drop and try to find loot. There's a lot of different strategies you can employ here, but really, time and time again, the best option is to just always dive right on the school. The reason for this is because school is in a very populated zone. Think about it, in America, kids don't really like school, they don't like to learn things, and also there's a constant fear of getting shot. So if you just drop right on school, you're not going to find anyone. You should be free and clear to just get some loot. So when you get close to that marker, you're just going to go ahead and dive. And it's really important what you want to do. You think you want to get to the ground really fast, but that's not really always the case. Really what you want to do is you want to pull back and just free fall very slowly. That way, when you get right over your target, you have lots of time to kind of inspect the area. You kind of get to see what's going on. So instead of diving down, that's a no-go. You're going way too fast. That's dangerous. You got to play it safe. You got to pull back on that stick and just ease down very slowly to the ground. So. As you can see, no one landed at school. This is pretty much the case every time. As you can see, there are no parachutes here. So you're just feel free to walk right in and start looting some guns and what have you. I'll go over some basic loadouts that work pretty well in this game. There are a bunch of different gun options, a bunch of different combinations, but really the best gun in the game for long-range assaults is this over-under shotgun. It's very great. Think about it. Olympic shooters use it to shoot skeet, and it really is the best option. So I would recommend holding on to that for the rest of the game. Furthermore, we have some body armor. Now, the body armor comes in levels. Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3. The scoring system on this body armor works a lot like golf. Or I've not really watched soccer, but I've seen the scores, so I also assume soccer works the same as golf. Lowest score wins. So what you want to do is you want to find a level 1 body armor and a level 1 helmet. That'll give you the best protection. Don't waste your time. Level 2, level 3, they're pretty much worthless. I picked up some band-aids there. These, I don't really know why I'm picking them up. They're not really that useful because you're just going to be so good with all of these strategy guys that you don't really need it. We have a Chris Vector here, 45 fully automatic submachine gun. It's got a really huge 13-round clip, so don't worry about trying to find anything like that. Extended mag or anything like that, not necessary. Now this gun is meant for close-range combat, so I recommend setting it to semi-automatic because in close range, where the tensions are really high, really important to make sure your shots land. So you just want the added accuracy of always leaving it on semi-automatic. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I can always slow down to explain this a little more thoroughly. So, I think that's honestly pretty much the loadout we need. I think this is pretty good for endgame. Sights, you can get a variety of sights in the game. I've never really had much luck with them. I think that these iron sights are far and away the best example of what to use. Maybe if you had like an 8-time scope to put it on your shotgun or something, but other than that, I think that no sights is really the way to go. Backpacks, you want to avoid with every fiber of your being just because you look like a complete dweeb wearing a book bag, so you just don't want to do that at all. So with this, you've got your loadout ready, and you should move into the combat stage. Now, PUBG has a lot of different mechanics. One of them is that you get to drive vehicles. A lot of people have different strategies for how to use vehicles. I like to get in vehicles and drive right towards large name cities. The reason I like to do this is because it alerts everyone to your presence so that they know where you are. People in this game are very timid. They don't often shoot at moving targets anyway, so if you drive up, they'll most likely hide back in their buildings when they hear your arrival. So we're going to go to Pahicki's, and we're going to look for some people to shoot. You'll see some potholes and variation in the road. No risk when you're in such a great vehicle like this dune buggy. Just hit them at top speed. They really work out right. I wanted to do that. So Some people stop on the edges of towns when they want to engage, but really the best move is just drive right in the middle. So you want to get as close to the center of the city and work your way out as possible. This should work pretty well for what I'm doing. I think see someone in here. So, you know, long range shooting, let's get the shotgun, and you're just going to step in and, you know, get those easy kills just like that. That's how it's done. So you use the over-under there, really stood no chance. Had the best loadout. L1 body armor kept me really nice and safe there. And, yeah. See, he was also rocking the L1 body armor. That's why I shot for the chest instead. Really works out better. Now, we took a little bit of damage there. These energy drinks are really all you'll ever need. Those med kits, I wouldn't recommend using them. I would just exclusively drink the energy drinks. After a while, you'll get so hopped up on caffeine, you'll be good to go for the rest of the game. Don't even have to worry about it. See, this is some of that L2 armor I was talking about. Don't need that at all. Let's keep going. This red zone, sometimes artillery shells hit buildings like that. They're not really dangerous. They don't hit players. This is really just more for cinematic effect, so you can just run right through the middle of those zones. Don't even worry about it. It's important when you enter a building that you think someone's in to just run through them with reckless abandonment. Don't check corners or anything like that, because that's just wasting valuable time that you could have running into the building to shoot your enemies. So just reckless abandonment, run into those buildings. They won't know what hit them, and you'll be the clear victor. When you go into a building, you'll notice the doors start closed, and you have to do an open animation to get inside the building. A lot of people like to close doors back. You can see that this one, the doors are opening, so someone has been here. I usually don't close doors back just because I like to mark my territory, kind of like a dog pissing on a fire hydrant. You mark what's yours, so I just leave those doors open 24/7. See if we can find some more people to make friends with. As you can see, this is where I killed that pleb earlier in the game, so no need to be in this building. As you can see, someone's shooting at me from the top of this church with something that sounds a lot like a K98. Normally that'd be need for concern, but people suck with those sniper rifles, so you don't really have to worry about it. Engage at close range with your double barrel. Didn't quite do enough to him there, so we'll just work around that. Reload, go in for those sweet double kills, and come back momentarily. Missed him there. See, that was one instance where you have to use the vector just to make sure that everything goes smoothly. That's really all that this gun's used for. But as you can see, engaged him at long range with this over-under. Worked pretty well. Kind of fell off right there at the end. He doesn't really have anything useful at all. No, nothing good on him. Don't need any of his equipment. Once again, clearly just he was completely outmatched with this over-under and vector combo. It truly is the best thing to use in the game, and I highly recommend you check out this loadout.